welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared. Today we're doing an unboxing for Loot of Lima, the latest game from BoardGameTables.com. It's a smaller box game, similar to their other game like Bytes or Kabuto Sumo. I can already say it's a lot heavier, and it's by Levy. Plays 75 minutes, maybe even more, and it's for 1 to 5 players. Loot of Lima is a challenging deduction treasure hunt. So this is all about collecting treasure and, kind of hiding and deducing things from what you kind of learn throughout the game. I'll read the back and we'll get right into what's inside the box. It says, before playing, please recycle the solo and 2-player scenario book. There are unfortunately some misprints. You can download replacement PDFs or use an interactive app. Okay. It is the 1820s and revolts are starting in Peru. The Viceroy of Lima has decided to move the city's wealth to Mexico for safekeeping. Captain William Thompson is responsible for transporting the treasure, but he and his crew turn pirate to take the treasure for themselves. With the Spanish Navy looking for them, they hide the treasure on Coco's Island, but Captain Thompson and most of the crew are arrested for piracy before they can return to find it. Thankfully, you and the other players split off from the crew before they were arrested, but you were not privy to the exact locations of the hidden treasure. Each of you want to claim the treasure for yourself, but you will need to work together a little bit. To save his life, Captain Thompson has told the Spanish Navy the location of the treasure. Can you find the Loot of Lima before it's too late? I.e. before they collect, all the treasure. So get it for yourselves. So I'm going to open this nice and carefully. There we go. Take that. Okay, I'll open it up. All right, so we have some dice, which are going to have varying cardinal directions. South, north, west, southeast, etc. There's 3 of them. Okay. That's going to be, I'm sure, important for determining maybe starting positions and setup. We have some plastic bits that are going to be for building up dials, which you've seen in other games that are going to be, useful to track some stat or perhaps maybe even bullets if we're going to have some combat, since we are pirates. Okay, we've got some of these character cards, and then what are these? 24 locations, blank tokens, replacement lists, but otherwise these are the characters, special ability tokens, things to grab. Put this paper and the listed components in a bag together. Will do. So that's something to work on later. So let me put that right here, and we'll get into the next bit. We have enough pencils here for all the players. These have, they're just a rounded pencil. They're already pre-sharpened, and they have a nice little eraser head on the top and a little bag to keep all your pencils in. I'll just kind of leave those right there. We've all seen what a pencil looks like. We have a lot of plastic baggies to store all these components that we're going to have to punch out. So we have these sets of punchable tokens. We have some question marks on one side. The treasure is the same on both sides, but we have shovels for those types of discs. We have guns on this side for those discs. More tokens for that player, I'm sure. And then barrels of maybe rum or other supplies. And we have some red tokens, which I'm sure are going to be part of discovering where the treasure is not. As is how deduction games go. So we have a lot to punch out later. There's on top here a little promo sleeve here on other games that they have. I'll set that aside and we'll look at the next bit. We've got a rule book. All right. One thing I do like about BoardGameTables.com is they tend to get all their rules in like one nice little one sheet that just flips open, and it's very non-threatening as far as a rule book goes. Here we have the solo and 2-player rules, which they said there's a misprint in here, so I'm supposed to recycle this. But I imagine the PDF is going to look similar to this. because I guess these are going to be ways to randomize and look up, different treasure locations if you're playing solo, or even 2-player. So I'll set that here. Inside some more, we've got some pages to log your own, discoveries. So you can log every player's name. You can put their description and things like that down here. And then there's like numbers on here, as well as, directions here at the top, the cardinal directions. They appear to be two-sided, exactly the same. They're not necessarily foldable, but they are rather large. They're the size of the whole box, so there's a lot you can write on this thing, which if you, like doing deduction, you might end up wanting to write quite a bit. Okay, here's where that heavy weight of the game is all this cardboard. Just like, unboxing Gloomhaven or something, there's just a ton to punch out, and all of it gets to be quite heavy. So I'm not going to try to punch them out here on camera, because then it's going to get all crazy all over the table, but we'll look at everything. So we have a map here. I imagine there's going to be like a map for the main board, and perhaps even maps for each player to be able to track things. You've got a little hole here in the center that you're going to be able to move that arm around. And another one here, just punching those little pieces out, little chits. All right, these so far look to be fairly identical, although I think the named spots here are in different positions. Maybe, nope, they are the same, just to confirm. Push these little discs out. Pop, pop. Nice and easy. All right, so here is another type of map. And these have punchable discs here that are going to come out. And it's got garbage cans on them, so I assume it's like, hey, when you punch this out, just go ahead and trash it. So we might end up doing that later. But we've got discs for all of these in the center. So there's going to be a lot of things to put in these maps. And hopefully it all fits back in the box, honestly. There's going to be a lot here. And here we go. This piece there. And so everybody gets one of each of those boards. Very useful. Then in here, okay, we've got this pirate and his discs to punch out. We've got this pirate and her discs. We've got, what's the back of this? Just some description of the map, perhaps, and some more discs. You're going to have like a player board, or a screen, I should say, that you'll have to cover up what you're writing down. And there's this character with hers, his character. So a lot of these have the same kinds of components, naturally. Okay, so everyone here, each character is going to have these lots of things to build and punch for setup. After setup, you should be good to go. Let me just toss this back in here. I'll get to that punching out of things later. But yeah, this is everything included in the unboxing here of Loot of Lima. It's really neat, really cool kind of deduction game that you can play 1 to 4 players. I'm sorry, 1 to 5 players. And it's, I think, light enough that most, you can get most people to play who have limited experience playing other modern board games. But there's a lot to like here, and really simply just a lot in the box, which is just impressive. So I think people are going to really have a good time with this game. But this has been a full unboxing of Loot of Lima. Thank you for sticking around and watching this video. I've been Jared, and if you want to see more, certainly check out the other unboxings, tutorials, news, a podcast, reviews, and all kinds of other content for board gaming. So subscribe if you want to see those and be notified when those come out. But leave me a like and comment. I'll try to get back to you and respond the best I can. So until the next video, I've been Jared. I'll see you next time.